Hello and welcome back to the channel. You join me on day 4 of riding a Honda monkey bike around the UK. So far we've gone from Hunstanton all the way up to Scotland. We've just got into Scotland, we've got a long way to go. But today we're going to do something really cool. We're going to visit a very cool biker's cottage. There's a real history behind it. It's going to blow your mind. It's absolutely awesome. But before that, I've got a problem with my rear rack on the monkey. Yes, I know there's too much weight on it and all that stuff, and I've tried to move stuff across to my support vehicle that's currently with me. I don't know for how much longer, hopefully a few more days. But anyway, the rack is bending and bending and bending no matter what because of all the vibrations. And it's not far from touching the top of the indicators and probably causing some damage to the bike, if not snapping, and then I'm in trouble. So I put out on my social medias last night. The Cottage helped out as well. I had loads and loads of offers, but the Cottage, somebody that we're going to go and see. Anyway, we're going to head there first, and that person's hopefully going to weld on some stremps onto it, and hopefully we're going to be all good. Every day is so far being crazy and action-packed, but that's what we're going to do. Anyway, we're going to jump on the bike. Let's start getting there. Let's get today done. I want to get as far north as I can by the end of today because it's day 4. I need to get further up. I really do. Anyway, cue the intro.
This adventure is supported by Keis Heated Apparel, Gerbing, RoadSkin Motorcycle Wear, keeping you toasty and safe throughout your adventures.
Here we go, we are leaving the Gold Tavern free house, B&B, good food, coffee and tea, pool and darts. Food was amazing, checkout was hard work because I had to go and she kept serving a million people and my bike was locked behind a big gate, but we were on the road. Whenever you get ready, it's like, honestly, it's like going to the gym for an hour, putting on all the gear, carrying all the stuff. Anyway, I need to grab some juice. I've got 2 bars of fuel left. We've got 105 miles. I'll go through a little bit of the rack when we get there, but 105 miles to a guy that I'm going to meet, that I think is going to take me to a garage with another guy, and they are going to weld some stremps into this rear rack and make it uber strong. Right, so that's the plan. We're going to go there. Now we're going to be visiting the Harley Cottage, and there's such a story about it. It's going to be cool. And there said they've got the kettle on for me, they got me a cookie. It sounds cool. I can't wait to meet them. They've been really lovely. They've been messaging me and following me along this route. So we're going to be going to the Harley Cottage today, so I'm dead excited about that as well. But we're going to get to this guy and then it's about 20 minutes to the cottage. So I might end up having to leave the bike with him sheerly for time because it's Sunday and they didn't serve breakfast till 9:30, and I managed to eat breakfast, get ready and get out, but it's just gone 10:30 now. So I have literally lost an hour and a half this morning. So once I've been to the cottage, this is the plan. It'll probably all go wrong. I'm then going to shoot direct as quick as I can to get up to near Inverness. That is potentially what I'm going to do. I could deviate out and go to Peterhead because that's what I'd love to do, but I think sheerly on just time of getting around, because I've got another big stop today, I need to hammer some more miles. But we'll see what time I get to. But I really want to get as far north today on the east coast side as I possibly can, hopefully even further, just to know I've got a good miles day in. But it's not looking good, is it? And either way, we're gonna hammer this 105 miles still, and let's go and meet a man with a plan. Well, I've just literally hacked down 50 miles, but I've had to come and pull into a services because my phone isn't charging yet again, and it's due to liquid damage in the cable, so I need to pick up some more cables. I've got to do it because it's getting ropey. I'm down to about 10% of battery, and because I'm running tracking and the sat nav, it just takes a lot of juice. But while I get an opportunity, I'm going to show you this rack before we get there, and exactly why I kind of reached out on social media already to hopefully get someone to sort it out, because I've got a feeling it's going to cause some damage or it's going to snap. But let me just show you. So if you can see, the back box is sitting slightly skew width, and it's normally quite up, and I could actually rest my back on this at one point. So it's moved that much. This is bending. You can see the bend there. See the bend just there, and also it's almost touching on top of the indicator, so it's not far. It's probably bouncing on them already, and they're plastic, so they're just going to snap as well. So hopefully when I get to see this guy that knows a guy, although both of those guys are going to hopefully put, like, literally knock this into place and then put some strengths in or do something with it so it's got a little bit more support, because as much as I could end up ditching this box and sending it home, I need to carry all this kit, and as soon as I lose my backup man, then I have to put all my weight back in that, and it is just not going to last. So 50 miles to go, and then hopefully we'll be sorted. But how cool is it? How cool is it that I've put a post up on the Helmet Head Facebook page? So many amazing people shared it. So many people messaged me, offering me help from all over the country as well. I mean, it's incredible. It's just, I literally sat there and put a message on there, and then I think it proves how amazing people are. I really, really do, because to be fair, without them I'd be riding along hoping that I could find a place with a welder and they're willing to do it and just do it there on the spot. But yeah, people are amazing pretty much. Back on the bike, 50 miles. My bum already hurts because I've just been hammering miles, and the thing as well is I'm hammering it down the motorway on the monkey bike full revs, because I just want to get there, because breakfast this morning was a bit mad. Like when we got there, I like to be on the road for 9. Breakfast didn't start until 9:30 because it's a Sunday and it's a pub, but I understand. And then I think everything's then really slow, and then my bike was, they let me park behind a gate, and then the old lady behind the bar was trying to check people out, and I said, oh, can I get my bike out? And she wouldn't let me go and do it, so I had to wait ages, and to put them there going, I'm lost probably another 20 minutes, half an hour. And so it went on and on and on, and eventually she came and unlocked up the gate and I could get the bike out. And it's, you know, you've just got to chill, but at the same time you know you've got loads of miles to do, so you just so desperately want to get on the road, because once you're going, once things are starting to happen, you kind of start to chill. But in the morning, in your mindset when you're doing anything like this, is your time is 9 in the morning. Anything after that, you're losing and you're losing and you're losing, and then that means I have to like cut chunks out and bomb down motorways to try and catch it back up again. Anyway, back on the bike, let's go and see some awesome people. Let's go and see this really cool Harley cottage. There's a cool story about it. I'm dead excited. They've told me they've got the kettle on, they've got me a cookie. Who does not like a cookie? A few more miles, let's get it done. So this is the guy that has sent me a message that's going to massively help me out. He's got a big plan. I'm going to let him explain it. Can you introduce yourself and then just let us know what the plan is?
Right, well, name's Rory, and yeah, as I said, we've been giving this a bit of thought through the night.
You've basically not slept, have you? You've stayed up all night calculating it.
It was a struggle because I didn't want anything to go wrong. So you'll have to excuse the child's drawing there, but we've got a plan that we're going to just put a brace running from the top corner down and along onto the parallel bar along beside the shock absorber here, so that we'll get a bit of extra sort of strength across here. We'll have a look and see if we can fit anything in here to try and give that a bit of extra strength. As you can see, because the bend's right here, right across, well, right on top of this other brace point, so I think it's quite good. But yeah, it's showing signs of wear, shall we say, from your journey, so I think it'll work. We're going to give it a try, and perhaps in maybe about, I don't know, an hour, we'll hopefully be in a better position.
You're a top man.
Well,
thank you so much.
We'll try our best anyway.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll
cheers, dude. And
no
then
bother, mate.
What you've told me where it is, but I'm now heading up to the cottage.
Yeah.
And then I'll go up there, and I'm going to come back, and then we'll just see where we're at then.
I think we should be ready. We've got it all lined up. We've got a couple of contingency plans and other workshops on standby if this plan doesn't work. So
awesome.
We should be good.
Cool, thank you.
No problem.
So I'm with Gazza in his van, and we are going to the Harley cottage. I've left my bike with that awesome dude. He's got so many contacts. There's another guy coming down. The seat's already off. He's on it. Time I get there and get back, hopefully he'll put a brace and make that super strong. But I'm excited. I feel like I've just rushed, so I'm sorry. It's one of those things today where it's like in the back of your head you're like, I need to get that done, I need to get this done. So we're going to get to this cottage. I'm probably not going to get as far tonight as I want to, because we're looking at it in sort of realistic terms, but I'll still try and get another about 160 miles after this done. What time are we at now? We're at
Nearly 2 o'clock.
Nearly 2 o'clock. Plus, I need to go and speak to these guys, film it. I can't wait to have this cottage. Have a cup of coffee. I've not had a drink since this morning. So it's going to be a late one, but I need to chill. So I'm going to chill. I'm going to have fun now, and it'll be what it will be. Are you excited?
No, quite excited. Yeah. As ever.
Am I still the most sexiest man in the world?
As always.
See, I have to pay him a lot of money for him to come along and be the support. He's basically the support vehicle, like the security guard, like the person that has to like lift me up and carry me when I actually pass down the side of the road.
Translator last night.
I had to translate because we couldn't understand anybody in the pub in Scottish because I was tired and all I'd heard was the bike. All I heard was like, and I just kept nodding. This guy kept looking at me like I was insane. Anyway, to the cottage. Let's check out this cool place. Let's relax. Let's chill. This is going to be good. Well, we have just arrived. Now, I've been calling it the Harley Cottage, but it's actually called the Davison Legacy. So it's the Davisons that lived here. Hey, I'm learning as much as you are as we speak. I'm going to go and say hello. I'm going to check out this amazing cottage. Obviously, this is where the Davisons used to live, and they've promised me coffee and a cookie. So this should be filling at least, and super entertaining, of course. So this is the Davison cottage, not the Harley cottage, by the way. The guy is going to explain it all in a minute. Now, we were going to have a bit of a tour around it, but what's happened is where the field's been ploughed, literally, they've come up to find that mud's all come down and gone into the cottage. It's a real shame. So they're really saying we can't go in, but we're probably going to go in even if it's muddy and have a look. So they're going to talk about it, explain it. But here it is.
Hi, I'm Nairi Aiken and I'm from the Davison Legacy Preservation Group. Welcome to the Annex building, and in here we've got our visitors book, and we ask everybody to come along, see if they can sign it, say where they're from, so it gives us a good picture of everyone. But we had a really special visitor last summer, if I can find it, and that was Bill Davidson and Johan have signed, and if you could zoom in here, you'll see last summer they came along, Bill Davidson himself from Milwaukee, and then Johan, who's the CEO of Harley Davidson, and you can see where Bill's actually turned around and said thank you. Bill's actually signed the wall up here, and you can see Jean Davidson and other family members have come and signed. This here shows you the family tree of everyone. And we've got Arthur Davidson signed it, Jean Davidson and Bill signed it down there. And then these are some of the pictures of what the cottage looked like in the beginning when the founders bought it 14 years ago. They launched it 10 years ago, and we've just had our 10th anniversary celebrations back in July. You'll see this is where Maggie is one of the founders, and that's Arthur Davidson there and Jean Davidson. And they went to Milwaukee, to the United States, spoke to lots of the family members and really built the Davidson legacy. And we don't want to lose it. So as a group, we've come on board and we're trying to save the cottage. RoadSkin joined forces with us back in March last year after being at the MCN motorcycle show at Edinburgh. These flyers here are produced now by them, and you'll see it's got all the details about we need your support, and then obviously the t-shirts that we do to try and raise some funds. They're also doing, to help us even further, not just sponsoring the flyers, but if anybody orders anything on their website, if they put in the code TDL, as in the Davidson Legacy, 10% of that sale actually comes to the Davidson Legacy to help save its future. So we don't want it to end up demolished and turned into brand new housing and things. So we're going to need about 500,000. 320 is going to purchase the cottage and the land in this annex building, so that way it's secure. Lots of people have turned around and said that, if I won the lottery, then I would buy it. And I'm like, but we'd be in the same position again in 10 years' time, looking for people to purchase it and keep it secure. So the group's been working really hard. We've identified trustees. We've applied to Oscar for charity status. Going forward, we've only literally got a matter of days, normally a 90-day turnover, and we put the application in on the 22nd of August. So it's a case of we really are just like that far away from finding out. And once that's through, we're going to be launching crowdfunders and really getting out there. So watch this space, keep an eye on us for the Davison Legacy Preservation Group Facebook page. We do Twitter and we do Instagram. Not quite that technical minded, but so I'm trying. And we've just had our AGM today. So if you want, we'll go and have a look at the cottage.
Destroyed out quite a bit.
It's not been too bad this end. The other end's been completely covered. We've scraped out as much mud as we can.
I was going to say, yeah, you've done a good job.
Basically, the cottage was built in 1722. It was just 2 rooms, and it was the Wright's cottage for Lord Minto's estate. The Wright worked for blacksmith shop, which was just down next to the cottage. When Sandy Davidson was here, he was the Wright, and him and his wife Margaret stayed here till 1857, when they took 6 children with them and left to go to America.
Right, okay.
They had 8 children at one time. 2 of them died in childbirth, but on the 1851 census there were 10 people in here. Sandy and Margaret, 6 children.
2 bedrooms?
Yeah, 2 bedrooms.
Wow.
Yeah. Plus box bed down here, and possibly a box bed in the faraway room. But yeah, 10 people living in here at that time. It's all the original floor in here. That's not the original stove, but it's a contemporary one. I've still got the original stove, and that's the original tap of the original stove. There was an old lady staying in here right up until 2002. She had no electricity, no water, no toilet. She was still living in here. Her bed was over there, and she had an old box bed that she'd filled with all her tins of beans and stuff like that. And she was using the old stove. She died at the age of 94.
Wow.
And her family go right back to when the Davidsons were here. It was a tied cottage. It was tied to the estate, which belonged to Lord Minto. So yeah, when they went over there, the sons, William C. was the guy whose son started the company. He was 11 years old when he left here, and he saw 20 years of the company. He died in 1923. So next year it'll be 100 years since he died. We're having a bit of a homecoming thing along with Harley Davidson for Scottish history and the 100 years celebrating William C.'s life.
Amazing.
So yeah, last year Harley Davidson were here. If anyone wants to look at the Sportster S video, it was filmed in Scotland, and Jochen Zeitz, the CEO, and Bill Davidson were here last year just to do the filming and stuff. So that was good fun. But we've had a lot of family members here: Gene Davidson, Jeff Davidson, Bruce Davidson. We've had a lot of them over here just to see where their ancestors came from.
And is it pretty open for people to come and see the place? And
yeah, we're always open and welcoming to folk from all over the world. We've had folk as far as Tasmania, and a guy from the Azores the other week, Mexico, you name it, like we've had folk from there.
Fantastic.
Mainly Harley folk. A lot of folk are just interested in the social history, but there's a lot of people who make a point of coming here, being the place where it all started, which is really, we've got a visitors book there, which Jochen Zeitz, the CEO, has signed it saying it's great to be in the place where it all started. So they hardly recognise it as, you know, this is a place where
it's amazing. It's full of history.
Started, yeah. So I'll show you through here. Just be careful of the.
I will do. Don't worry.
The mess. It's kind of a bit unfortunate that we've had a the farmer's field flood right through the property. So I had to pull out stuff.
All the stuff.
It's kind of drying out a wee bit, but it's going to take a lot to...
Is this a wooden floor as well?
Yeah.
Oh, so it could rot it as well.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. I mean, most of it's drying out. We'll get heat in here and we'll get some dehumidifiers and stuff. Hopefully manage to get it back to how it was.
Incredible.
Yeah.
And then through there is...
Yeah, that's just a pantry through there. It's where we kept your...
And that old lady was living in it, keeping all the stuff there.
Yeah. And nothing had really changed. Their family hadn't changed anything about the building, really. They were just living in it the way it was.
Well, what a place. And the thing, I've been talking to them for absolutely ages. There's a whole team involved in it, and they're trying to crowdfund, hopefully soon, to do so much where you can even rent the place out. They're having a little bit of a car park done. It's amazing. So check out the link for it. You can go and visit it. It's open on Sundays. It's free. You don't have to pay to go. There is a donation box. There's stuff that you can do when you get there. Honestly, please go and check it out. That place was really special, and the history oozes biker history, so it's worth going to have a look. I need to get back. I need to pick up my bike, hopefully with the rack sorted. 160-ish miles I'm hoping to do. Right, so I've just got back from the Davison Cottage, and these are the guys that have been sorting out my bike. I'm just going to let this gentleman introduce himself and then just say what they've done.
Hi, how you doing, guys? I'm David. I got volunteered to do this by my friend Rory. So what we've done is we've manufactured a couple of strengthening bars just to try and alleviate the stress off the back where it was bent. A couple of MIG welds down the front and back. A little bit of paint, tidy it up. Done it on both sides, and strong as houses.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere now, is it?
That'll be good. I mean, it's just taking the weight and the strain from the rear, and it's going to put more onto the mounts, which they're designed for.
Do you reckon I can get a really big fat person to sit on the back now and I'll be alright?
I'll easy jump on the back before Rory gets that in.
That'll work with me.
But no, yeah, fine, easy job, fine to help out.
I really appreciate it.
Wish you all the best in your travels.
Well, thank you very much.
No problem, man.
And thank you very much.
You're welcome.
180 something miles I've got to do now, but I'm sorted, so thank you.
No problem, man.
Safe journey.
Right, dude. Cheers, man. Thanks again. Pull this up. That'll be alright. Cheers, dude. Now, what time is it? 11 minutes past 16. So far, total miles of this trip, 772. And those guys are helping this trip continue, because I think that would have snapped and caused quite a bit of damage, and especially those indicators of plastic. Those two guys giving up their Sunday afternoon to look after little old me. What a bunch of legends. So my current plan now is, even at this time, and it's starting to get dark, is to try, I want to do potentially 80 miles, 100 miles now. I think that's my realistic goal. So I've basically covered nearly 200 miles today because I have to do the mileage. What I'm going to have to do as well is just dart it north on the main roads to get that miles done. was not what I want to do. I want to just stay on coastal roads, but it's going to add so much time for me to stay on them, and especially in the dark now is not the best. It sounds crazy. The best thing for me to do is put myself on some main roads where the roads are pretty straight and just gun it, full out gun it, fill up again, gun it. So that's my plan, just to do a load of miles now, get to a hotel. But what a day, what a day. It turns out that that guy Rory is married to the amazing woman up at the Davison Centre. So I didn't know that. So she was like, "You got your bike sorted, getting your bike sorted." And I was like, "Oh yeah, this guy's doing it." I can't remember his name because I've got so much stuff going through my head. But I think of it in a minute. She's like, "It's my husband." I was like, "Oh okay." Well, all makes more sense. But yeah, so it was just cool. I'm just lucky. I'm a very lucky person to have so many amazing people support me, my channel and what I do, because let's be quite honest, none of this, without all of you lot and all of those comments and messages, none of this would be happening. I wouldn't get all these opportunities to visit these amazing places and see these amazing people without all of you lot. So I just, honestly, I'm really humbled at the minute. Like, it's quite emotional when you get people doing that. They've not taken any money from me or any of that stuff, nothing. And it's really humbling because it's their day. They've just given up their day. And the Davison Centre, for them to take us round, talk to us about it, and all their stuff they're trying to do, they're hoping to make that place into something so incredible. They're trying to raise so much money to be able to buy the bit of land so they can have it forever, because if anyone buys it, it's so many, like 100 years or whatever, and something happens to them, then they lose it. So if they can buy it as part of a trust, that place will live on forever. And I just think that how passionate they are about it is something special. I am going to put all their details down in the description. I'm going to make it so anybody that wants to go and see the place can find it super easy. They're welcome anybody there on a Sunday at the moment. Anyone can go down, grab a coffee, have a cookie. It's all free. And then if you want to donate a couple of quid to support them, that's next level. And then of course, as soon as their crowdfunding stuff comes up, be part of it. They want to welcome people to be part of making that place something special. But I'm humbled. Like, I always am humbled, but right now, honestly, I'm really emotionally humbled. It's really special today. I might have lost most of the day, but what people do to help out other people, it's just incredible. All just, yeah, thank you to everybody. Right, I'm gonna brave it, jump onto whichever main road and head far north as I possibly can in the dark and get to the hotel. And then tomorrow I'm going to get back on the most prettiest roads that Scotland have to offer, and I'm going to enjoy every single second of this. Right, let's get some miles down.
Living on the highway, taking every turn. I've been on the road since I was 5.
I'm hoping you can see, because my plan is to head north and be in the country, but I'm like in the mountains in the pitch black. Where am I going? Oh, hello. I'm aiming to get to here. And that's where I've got accommodation booked for the night, thinking it gets me up north. I'm going into the mountains in the dark, and I can't really see very well. Right, it's foggy. I know the camera's not going to pick it up, but it is literally foggy, like really foggy. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I need to keep going. What? That looks like a proper mountain pass up there in the dark, in the pitch black. Right. Anyway, we've basically booked somewhere now, so I've got to go. Right, it'll be good, it'll be fine, I'll make it alive. I just need to pull over every time cars get behind me and stuff because everything's fogging up and I can't see the thing that's going on. Right, how many miles? 55 miles, 1 hour and 23 minutes. I can do this, I can get there. I need to get north, I need to start making some miles up. It'll be fine, Right, monkey, let's go. Well, I've just ridden up a mountain, pulled up the side of the road, and I've got to look where I am because I'm literally, I feel like I'm going wrong. I feel like I'm lost. I have no idea where I am, and I'm literally thinking, I'm just gonna have a quick wee, and then Gaz has turned up and he's just opened his window and went, "We should be doing this in the daylight. You're an absolute nutter." We're like, both of us, we're in some mountain somewhere. We've booked somewhere and we've got to get there. This is stupid. Like, really stupid.